What do dealers do in that situation? I'm asking you, what would you do if you were a coin dealer behind that counter? How would you handle that situation? What would you pay for those 2 coins? Hello, everyone. I want to ask every one of you a question. And I know some of you are going to think he's just trying to justify ripping people off. No, I'm actually putting you, the viewer, on the dealer hot seat. I want you to answer the question because it's not an easy question I'm about to ask you. And there's multiple questions here because it's kind of generalized a little bit. What I'm going to say, I'm kind of generalizing when I say this. But it's going to be multiple questions that I'm going to ask you, and you're going to have to answer these, and you're going to have to answer them in a few minutes. I mean, you're not going to have time. You're up front with these buyers. You've got to make a solid decision. You've got to be honest and transparent, as everyone thinks you should be as a coin dealer, correct? Well, let me give you a scenario. A person who doesn't know what they have brings a 93S Morgan dollar into the coin shop. Later on in that day, a person brings in a 93S that bought it from a dealer, and they collect Morgan dollars, and they know what they've got. They know how much it's worth. What do dealers do in that situation? I'm asking you, what would you do if you were a coin dealer behind that counter? How would you handle that situation? What would you pay for those 2 coins? Are you going to pay the same? Are you going to pay different? Well, let's talk about that. Let's take a look at 93S Morgan dollars for those of you who don't know what they're worth. Okay, here's a 93S Morgan dollar. Now, first off, you've got to be able to authenticate that only one obverse die struck every one of these. All 100,000 mintage, which survival rate's less than that now. But in other words, the obverse is the same for every single one of them, and you're going to have different die characteristics. In other words, you're going to have in the T and the R, you're going to have little die marks that you need to know. That's just part of it. But you're going to have also date positions and everything else. You need to know that. But once you know that it's authentic, you can scroll down and look at all the values of these coins. And when you are up front and this person that doesn't know what they have brings in a 93S and it's, let's say, G4 condition and it's authentic, here is G4 prices. Now this is really graded prices because it also includes the CAC right next to it. And it's substantially more in a CAC holder. How much are you going to pay as a coin dealer? I'm not telling you how much I'm going to pay. I'm asking you to do this because you've got a gray sheet wholesale of $3,000. Now you need to make money on it. Now you got to decide, are you going to sell it real fast to another dealer and get back your whatever you pay for it? A few $1,000s? You know, how much can you afford to hold it for? How long? You know, is it cleaned? Is it problem free? So let's say it's a G4 problem free and authentic. We'll make it easy because when it starts getting into the clean, it really starts to become hairy because most of them are clean. Because then you don't know what to pay. You're going to pay $2,500? What's fair? $2,000? They don't know what they got. I mean, you could pay whatever you wanted. You could pay $30 for it. That's sad, but you could. They're walking in, they just need money for gas or they just want to get rid of it. They don't want it. They don't care. And you know they don't care. They told you they don't care. I don't know. I heard it was worth some money, but whatever. I mean, you're the dealer. That's why I come to you. You gonna pay $300? I mean, how much is the greed going to get you? I'm asking you guys. I'm not telling you how much I'm paying. So anyways, $3,000 and $3,750 is retail. So you know you can probably sell for $3,750 easily. It's a 93S. If it's problem free, you're probably going to send it off for grading. And it's going to get that G4. And you got a chance maybe getting a G6, but let's just say for sure G4 is solid. You might even get AG. So what if you do pay $3,000, you send it off and you overgraded it and it's actually a G3 and it's only worth $3,100. And that's basically what you got in it now. So you got to think of that too. There's that. Now, not justifying anything here. I'm just saying. So what are you going to pay? That's what I want everyone to answer in the comments. Then here comes somebody who walks in the coin shop and they've got this 93S and they know it's G4. They bought it from a dealer. It's been verified. Nothing's wrong with it. It's authentic. And he's like, I know wholesale's $3,000. Now, typically this is what you have. You have two different kinds of people. One that wants all the money. The other one understands that you are a coin dealer and you need to make money. And he says, I know you guys pay back a bid, so I'm willing to take $2,800 for it. you're going to jump on it. If you're a dealer, you're jumping on it. The guy's already set the price for you. There's no haggling, arguing, or worrying. It is what it is, and you buy it. So earlier that day, what if you paid $2,500 for the coin that might be AG3 if you're not careful? So you compare both of them, and they both look a little different. Or did you pay the guy $3,500 thinking, well, I'll sell it for $3,750? And now that coin looks like it's AG3 probably, and you've overpaid. Or let's say you paid $2,500 and you're in it good and you got two good coins now and you got two good deals, one for 28, one for 25. You got some customers, you send them off for grading. The one gets G4, one gets G6, let's say, and you sell them and you make you a few $100. Did someone get robbed here? Did the person that came in first that didn't know what they had, who got less money, did they get robbed or taken advantage of versus the guy that came in and set his price because he knew what he had? Even though his price is fair. Even if you ask $3,000, if it is G4, that's still kind of a fair price. It's not the take a risk price. Because it's always taking a risk when you buy these things. That's just how it works. So you guys let me know in the comments. Like I said, not what I paid. I want to know what you guys paid because this didn't happen to me. Although this happens all the time with other coins. I've never had two 93Ss come in the same day. I have had 2 or 3 93Ss, but I bought it from dealers to have for customers. So let me know, guys. I want to know what you guys think. This is not me justifying ripping people off. I'm just not going to tell you what I'm paying. I'm not going to do it. I want to because I know that I pay fair. I bought plenty of these, so I love 93Ss, man. I'll pay for them. Whatever I got to do, but you still got a safe bet that you want to pay as a dealer, just in case you overgrade a little bit or just in case you miss something about the coin. That's just how it works. And if you call that ripping people off, then justifying ripping people off, whatever. But like I said, in the comments, I want to hear it, guys. So thanks for watching and have a great day.